Alright YouTube, what's got Scyther 5000 here today to bring you a Legacy of Seergaze quest guide. The quest requirements for this quest are must have level 20 construction, 35 mining, 31 slayer, 29 agility, 47 crafting, 49 magic, 40 firemaking. I must have also completed Darkness of Hallowvale, and I must also be using the normal spellbook. The items required for this quest are a Teak or higher Pyre Logs, 2 different combat styles that can be any between melee, range and magic, a Silver Sickle B or a Silver Sickle, 1 coal, 1 cosmic rune, 3 air runes, 1 Mithril Bar, 1 Silver Bar and 1 emerald cut. You're recommended to bring food and armour as well. Once you're ready, make your way to the temple to the west of Canafis. So once you're at the quest start point, go ahead and speak with the Mercenary. Select option number 1, what do you mean strange stuff near Pater Domus? And then select option number 3, okay thanks. You then want to head down the trapdoor and ladder to your west over the bridge under the temple, and then head north and speak with Drezel. Select option number 4, okay thanks. From here we're going to enter into the temple to our west. And then to the north of the temple there will be a stairway which you want to go ahead and climb down. You want to head a little bit south and you should be able to see a sparkle on the eastern wall. You want to go ahead and search that wall storage, and you're going to go and zoom in here and you're going to see there's something interesting behind it. You then want to climb the ladder back up the stairs into the temple. Once you arrive back in the temple, you want to follow the path to the southwest up to the northwest corner where there's a ladder which you'll climb up. You then want to head south to the entrance to the temple. You then want to go ahead and open the doors. Once inside, you want to make your way up to the very top floor of the temple by using the staircases. And then the ladder. You'll then go into a cutscene. Please note you're about to go into combat, so have your prayers and combat gear ready. This combat fight here is coming up a little bit different. Basically, you're going to be attacking 2 NPCs. They're basically going to continue to change their protect prayers from magic, melee and range. So basically you need to go ahead and switch between your different 2 attack methods. I've got melee and range for this, and basically try and kill them. As you can see, for example, that one's pray and protect from melee. I can't do any damage, so I'm going to have to go ahead and switch. And then they should very quickly teleport away. So if you go ahead and search the crude table in the northwest corner of the room, you should then receive this here, a glove and also a book page. Go ahead and inspect both of these items. From here you want to head back down under the temple to where Drezel is located. Once you get back to Drezel, go ahead and speak with him. You then want to just go ahead and ignore the chat options. Head south and then climb up the holy barrier. You then want to head east back out to where the Mercenary is. And then you want to go ahead and speak with him. Select option number 1, yes, I checked out Pater Domus. Option number 2, you still want to go to Birdie Rot. And then select option number 1, I can take you to Birdie Rot. So we're now going to be playing a mini game called Temple Trekking. You've probably never came across this mini game before, and this is probably the first time you've ever done it. Here, as you can see in front of me, I have 3 options: a route to my west, a route to my north, and a route to my east. Always choose the route to west when you get an option, because that is the easy route and we need to basically get to Birdie Rot as easily as possible. What we're doing is we're escorting the mercenary like he asked us to. So when you go to the west here, you're going to go into a mini game room. There's 3 of these you need to go through to get to Birdie Rot. Do note that if you die, you will lose your items. This is a dangerous mini game. However, do not be scared, because the combat of the NPCs in this, I think it's maximum like level 30, so it's not any difficult combat whatsoever. Some important things to note: if you get an option, quick continue, do not accept that, because that will land up mucking up things and resetting everything. Do not quick continue. So moving on and talking about the individual areas and rooms, as I said, there's going to be 3 of them. These are going to be random for every single player. Hopefully some of yours are the same as mine. However, if they're not, then you should be able to solve it yourself, or you can go ahead and go into Wikipedia and find out how by going on the temple trekking Wikipedia page. It basically breaks every single area down for you. So some things to note about the individual areas slash rooms: if you land up getting vampires, then you're going to have to equip your Silver Sickle to kill them, as that's the only thing that will deal damage to them. Most rooms involve combat, however it's not very high combat. You might have to kill 2 or 3 ghasts, for example. You might have to kill some snails, then go ahead and cook the raw snails and then feed them to people. That's one of my rooms. And my final room is literally a maze where basically you walk out into the swamp. If you sink, then the room gets reset, and if not, then you continue on. It's basically just got to get over the swamp to the other side. If you fail the individual area or room, you'll only go back to the start of that individual area or room. Another note: if you get this option, what would you like to say, just always select yes, follow me. The final thing to note is in rooms, for example like this one here, I'm killing 2 ghasts. You'll come in from an entrance point. The exit will be either one of the 2 opposite pathways. Again, if one of them says quick continue, do not go down that one and go for the other one. My first room consisted of killing and invoking 2 ghasts. This was very simple, basic wee bit of combat. Once I did that, I just simply exited out the northeastern corner. If you land up getting this room, it's very easy. You just kill the ghast, work out which exit you have to leave by, and exit through it. My second room wasn't as fun. Basically, as you can see here, it is a bog, and you just basically go ahead and stand on one of the tiles. If you sink, then unfortunately that's not the correct route, and it's basically just a process of elimination to get across the bog. So once I stood in that one, I went to go ahead and stand on the next one, work it out, and you just want to get over the other side and exit. This may take you some time, as you can fail quite a lot. And please note as well, if you do get in this room, the path might necessarily not be in a straight line. So say for example you get the first tile, it doesn't mean the next tile is going to be in front of you. It could be either to your left or right. It cannot go diagonal or backwards, however. My final room was quite basic. I went ahead and killed the 3 snails in the room, got their snail skin. I then went ahead and chopped a tree, lit a fire, cooked that snail skin. There was 3 people who were ill around the fire who I basically fed the cooked snail skin to. They got better and I could continue on. This one was unfortunately on a timer, and some of the rooms may also be on a timer, so don't dally around, get on with it, and I wish you the best of luck. Eventually you should get to Birdie Rot. You then want to head into the pub and then go down into the basement. Once you're down in the basement, go ahead and speak with Hertz. Then select option number 4, okay, thanks. Re-speak with Hertz. And then select option number 3, okay, thanks. He's then going to give you a crate which you want to go ahead and inspect. From here you want to exit out of the basement, climb up the ladder, and then climb over the wall. From here you want to head down to your southeast to where the boathouse is. Then just around the corner from that, the boat will be situated, which you want to go ahead and board and then set sail. Once you arrive, you want to jump onto the rock and then continue climbing and walking up to your northwest until you reach the floor, which you can go ahead and climb down. Climb down the floor, and then you want to climb over the wall of rubble. Once you've climbed over the wall, you then want to head east and you want to get caught by one of the flying vampires, or they're called Fire Watches. This is really random. Hopefully it won't take you too long. Basically, they will just randomly spot you and then they will cast a spell on you. Once that happens, select option number 2, send to mines. As I said, this can take a random amount of time. Some people say it is better if you log out and log back in. However, it is random. Hopefully it won't take too long. So once you're back in the mine, there's going to be these rocks all around the walls which you want to go ahead and mine. Mine 15 of these. Once you've mined 15 of these, there's going to be a minecart in the middle which you want to go ahead and use all 15 ore on and add them into the minecart. Once you use all 15 ore on the minecart, select option number 1, yes, I'll place it all into the cart. And then you just want to go ahead and speak with any one of the vampire guards, and they will basically teleport you out of the mine. From here, we are in the red box. You want to follow the green line down to the pink box, or follow what I'm doing on screen. Once you arrive at the pink box, you want to go ahead and climb up the ladder. You want to jump over the floorboards to the east. You then want to climb down the stairs to the east. You then want to go ahead and push the wall to the south. You then want to run around the south side of the decorated wall and push it. This will then open up the lumpy rug on the floor, which you want to go ahead and open and then climb down the trapdoor. You're now back in the hideout. Do remember this route. So you want to now head north, and then you should reach the top of the hideout. You then want to go ahead and speak with Seergaze. Screw it. You want to select option number 2. How are things going here? You want to select option number 3. How's the research going? Select option number 4, can I help in some way? And then select option number 5, okay, thanks. Go ahead and speak with Andias Yoop. Select option number 2, hi there, I was wondering if I could ask some questions. You then want to go into the middle section of the hideout. And then you want to search the second bed in from the east side on the northern wall. Go ahead and search this bunk bed, and then you should land up getting this combat book, which you just want to go ahead and read. You want to pay close attention here. You want to skip forward until it says the entry on flails at page 73. Remember that number, it's different for every player. I highly doubt yours is 73, so go ahead, read through the book and remember yours. Once you've read through the book, you want to head back to the north of the hideout. Go ahead and speak with Seergaze. Screw it again. He's then going to ask you for the page number. Mine was 73, so I'm going to enter that in. You're then going to hand over the book. And then he is going to give you some steel nails and a hammer. You then want to head south and exit out of the hideout. You then want to push the wall to the northeastern corner. You then want to climb up the stairs just to your north. You then want to jump over the floorboards to the west. And you then want to climb down the ladder. Again, remember this because next 2 times I'll be doing this, I will not be showing you that part. You then want to go ahead and open the door, and you want to go from here, which is the pink box, up to the brown box, or follow what I'm doing on screen. Once you arrive at the building, you want to open the door, which is on the western side. You're then going to see this wooden post, which you want to go ahead and make ladder. You're then going to end up using the nails on this. You then want to climb up the wooden post. You then want to jump over the floorboards to your east. You then want to jump over the floorboards just to your north. Continue north a tad, and then to your west you should be able to jump onto the damaged wall. Go ahead and do that. You're then going to go ahead and climb up the ladder. You're then going to land up seeing this trout. Go ahead and search it. So you then want to climb down the ladder. You then want to climb down the other ladder. And then you should be on the bottom floor of this building. You then want to go ahead and search the mass debris. You then want to go ahead and excavate the mass debris. Once that's done, you're going to get an empty furnace. Go ahead and use your coal on it. You then want to click on it again to light it. And this will give you a working furnace. You then want to go ahead and climb up the ladder. You then want to go ahead and jump over the floorboards to your east. You then want to jump over the floorboards to the south. And you then want to jump over the floorboards to your west. You then want to go ahead and climb down the wooden beam. From where we are at the brown house, you want to head back to the pink house, and then from there you want to head back to the hideout, or do what I'm doing on screen. If unfortunately you get caught by a Fire Watch, then go ahead and select option number 1, okay, have a bite, offer some blood. This is random, so it might not happen to you at all, it might happen multiple times. So once you arrive back in the hideout after you've climbed down the trap door, you then want to head back to the north of the hideout. You then want to go ahead and talk with Flagging Screw. You're then going to zoom in on the Silver Sickle on the wall. So you then want to head down to the southeastern corner of the hideout. Once you get down to this corner, you want to search the crate in the northwest. And then you're going to get this chain mold, which you can go ahead and add to your tool belt. So you then want to go ahead and exit out of the hideout. From here, we're going to be doing the reverse route of what we're doing. So we're going to be making our way back to the pink box. From there, we're then going to be running back up to the brown box, or follow what I'm doing on screen. Once you arrive back in this hut, climb up the wooden posts. You then want to jump over the floorboards to your east. You then want to jump over the floorboards to the north. You then want to continue a tiny bit north until you can jump through the destroyed wall to your west. You then want to go ahead and climb down the ladder. You then want to use your Mithril Bar on the furnace, and then you should get this chance here to make this Silver chain. Go ahead and craft that. That should also use up your Silver Bar as well. You then want to climb back up the ladder. You then want to jump over the floorboards to the east. You then want to jump the floorboards to the south. You then want to jump over to the floorboards to the west, and then you want to climb it down the wooden beam. From here, where we're at the brown house, you now want to head back down to the pink house. And then once you arrive back at the pink house, just make your way back to the hideout. Once you've climbed back down the trap door, you want to head back to the north of the hideout. You want to go ahead and speak with Flail Skewert. You want to go ahead and search the corner to the southwest, search the shelf, you'll get an additional Silver Sickle bee, or you'll get a Silver Sickle bee. You want to try and get 2 if you can in your inventory, if not 1 will do. You then want to go ahead and use your Silver Sickle bee on Flail Skewert. Select option number 2, how about using this as the head of the flail? The chain and the sickle will then disappear from your inventory. The chain and one of the Silver Sickles will disappear, however you still have the other one in your inventory. So go ahead and speak with Safilan. So from here you want to head south and exit out the hideout. You then want to climb up the ladder, and you want to follow the path on screen up to the purple house. Or follow what I'm doing on screen. Once you arrive outside the purple house, you want to go ahead and enter from the eastern side. Once you're in, you want to go through the slash tapestry. You then want to open the door on the eastern wall, and then you want to climb down the stairs in the southeastern corner. You'll then go into a short cutscene. So you want to go ahead and look at Safilan. And then Safilan thinks he has wonderful banter and will try and scare you. You then want to select option number 3, okay, thanks. So you want to go ahead and search the door to the southwestern corner of the room you're in. Your tool belt will then appear. You want to go ahead and select the saw. And then you're going to end up cutting out a hole in the door. You want to go ahead and climb through the door, and you'll enter into a tunnel system. So you want to run on ahead and follow the tunnel rounds. Continue to follow the path north, even when you get an option to go either to your east or west, where there are large rooms and these blood velts. You then want to follow the path to the northwest, and then it'll head in a southwestern direction. Just before the path curls back up to the north, there's going to be a large room to the north which you want to go ahead and enter into. Once you start running into this area, a cutscene will then be triggered. Safilan and the other 2 will be with you. You then want to head north, and on your minimap there should be a runecrafting altar symbol which you want to go ahead and search the strange stones. This is actually the blood altar which you've now unlocked. Go ahead and talk with Safilan. You're then going to go into a cutscene which is not interactive. Safilan's going to get attacked, but you can't actually do anything about it. Safflan's going to continually get attacked here. Just let it happen. And then the Fire Watches will fly away. And you will then return to the hideout. So now the cutscene's done, go ahead and speak with Safflan. He's then going to give you back the chain and also the Rod of Ivendis, which we created 2 quests ago. You then want to go ahead and use your emerald on the Silver Sickle B. This is then going to give you a Silver Sickle Emerald B. You then want to go ahead and go into your spell book and use level 2 enchant on the Silver Sickle B. Then that is going to be Enchanted Sickle Emerald B. You then want to go ahead and use this onto the chain. And this should in total give you an Ivendis flail. Go ahead and speak with Safflan again. So you then want to go ahead and exit out of the hideout to the south and climb up the ladder. You then want to push the wall to the north. Climb up the stairs. Jump over the floorboards to the east. Climb down the ladder. Before you leave the building, you then want to go ahead and wield Ivendis's flail. You then want to exit out and you want to go ahead and find a Fire Watch around you. There should just be one to the south of the building you're in. Then you want to go ahead and kill it. With this item wielded, it shouldn't be too difficult because it is quite powerful against them. As you see, it only took me 2 hits there. Then you want to go ahead and pick up the corpse. You then want to head back into the hideout, so basically just did the opposite of what we did. Once you're back in the hideout, head up to the north. You then want to go ahead and speak with Safflan. From here, you need to head back to the basement in the pub of Bur de Rot. Once you're back in the basement, you want to go ahead and speak with Hertz. Select option number 3, I killed a Fire Watch. Select option number 4, what should I do now? And then select option number 5, okay, thanks. From here we need to head back up to the temple where Drezel is, just to the west of Canafis. Once you arrive outside the temple, go ahead and climb down the trapdoor. Go north and speak with the Drezel. Select option number 4, okay, thanks. We then want to go ahead and enter into the temple to our west again, and then you want to climb down the stairway to the north. Once you arrive, you want to enter into the middle of the room. You want to go ahead and use your Teak Pyre Logs on the funeral pyre. You then want to go ahead and use the corpse on the funeral pyre. And then you want to go ahead and light the funeral pyre. You're then going to see this like white shadow coming out from the corpse, and then it's going to float off, and then you're going to see a special key which will spawn beside you. Go ahead and pick that up. You then want to go back over to the wall storage just to your northeast. Go ahead and search that, then the key will automatically open up and you will find a blood talisman. Drezel will then come down the stairs and he'll start talking to you. Finish the conversation with him. You want to climb back up the stairs. You want to go through the gate to your east and re-speak with Drezel. Select option number 2, what should I do now? and then select option number 3, okay thanks. From here we need to head back down to the basement of the pub in Birdie Rot. Once you arrive back in the basement, go ahead and speak with Hertz. You're then going to tell him all what happened, and then that is going to be the quest complete. Congratulations, you've completed Legacy of Seergaze. You're rewarded with 2 quest points, 3000 magic XP, 2000 agility XP, 2000 slayer XP, 4000 crafting XP, 1000 construction XP, 2000 mining XP, Tome of XP, 3 chapters worth 2.5k each, Ivandis's flail, Blood Talisman, and 2 Treasure Hunter keys. Thanks very much for watching this quest guide. Please leave it a like rating. Go ahead and subscribe if you're new around here. Check out all the quest playlists series down below in the description. And that's all for this video. So thank you very much for watching. My name is HighTower5000 and I'm out. Adios.